Okay, so what kind of situation do we have at the moment from an AUD NZD perspective? Now, on the daily time frame, we can see that the market has created this very nice W formation, and we would like to see the market make a move to the downside and go to test which level. We would like to see the market go and test this previous resistance here, now turned support at this level. That is the completion zone of the W formation that we see right now. Now, from a weekly perspective, what kind of situation we have? On the weekly, we can see that as well. We have created this much bigger bearish W formation, and we would like to see the market make a move to the downside. Let's go and see what kind of informations we can take on this leg to the upside by doing what? By taking our Fibonacci on the previous leg, because as usual, if you want information on a leg, always take the Fibonacci on the previous leg. So in this case, taking our Fibonacci from the low to this high. And what we can see that the market has broken above the -27, which is the first possible target after the market retraces more than 100% of the previous move to the downside. And the market has broken this level to the upside. Now, after the break, what do you expect? You expect a retest. And something that doesn't surprise me is that the -27 is lining up very nicely, as you can see also from the box, with the zone, with our target zone to the downside that we already have from a daily perspective. In fact, the market was respecting the -27, which is now turned support. So as usual, Fibonacci levels are helping us identify structure areas. So this is overall the downside target for the move to the downside that we can expect from AUD NZD. Now let's go and see what we have from a CO perspective on the AUD and on the NZD. So basically the positioning of hedge funds on AUD and on NZD. Now let's start from AUD. What kind of situation we have at the moment? Now we can see that with the last report, hedge funds have added another 2.1k short positions, bringing net positions to -35k. So with 59k short positions and 23k longs, so way more shorts than longs, with a 45.8% short exposure and an 18.3% long exposure, so way more shorts than longs. So AUD is looking pretty bearish. If we go and see what we have from an NZD perspective, what we can see that if we check the data for the NZD, we can see that with the last reports, they definitely have been adding a lot of shorts, bringing net positions at -15k, but there hasn't been much change. More or less, net positions remained the same, so they can easily start adding some longs on the NZD, because at the moment there isn't much change in the last months on the NZD. So going back to our chart, we definitely would like to see the market make a move to the downside. However, first we need to see proper confirmations from a 4-hour perspective, and most importantly from a daily perspective, because until this area will break to the downside, this is still a bullish market with previous resistance now turned support at this area. So how we will be approaching this pair with students? The market is still in a bullish environment from a 4-hour perspective. It might shift very soon, but it's still in a bullish environment. So we can't enter yet, but if the market will manage inside of this area to shift from a bullish market to a bearish market and to provide to us one of our valid entries from a 4-hour perspective, then with students, we will be taking a nice short with a good risk to reward and good probabilities for a nice move to the downside, and for the market to test at least the neckline, so the -27 that we have identified from a weekly perspective. Now, if you enjoyed this free analysis and education, make sure you drop a like and a comment. It really does support the creation of more free analysis and education for all of you, and I will see you in the next video.